here we done with the first view of your component, that is the object oriented component or object oriented view. Now second one is a conventional component. So what is the conventional component? We will see. So the conventional component is as describing your component in conventional format, that is the conventional concept or the functional concepts. So these are the modules or which is consist of control components that coordinates the invocation of all other problem domain component, or a problem domain component that implements or compute partial functions that is required by the customer. We will see first one is the these are the components of your or the conventional component. First one is a job management system. Now what is the job management system? This is the first you are going to print, you are going to take your job. So this is the first one is the read print job data. The next one is a select job management function. Once you select the job management function, you can build or develop the job cost, or you can build the work order, or you can send the job to the productions. Once you develop the job cost, then you can compute the page cost, you can compute the paper cost, you can compute the product cost. Or once the job is sent to the production, then you can check the priority, or you can check the past job to the production. So this is the conventional view for your printing machine. So first of all, you are going to do the job management system. This is your system which are going to print your document. So first one is, what is the job of your system? First job is to read or print the job data, that is whatever the file you are going giving, that is the type of your file, that is the type of file, or its length, or what type of a page paper you are going to print. So this is next one is a select job management function. So these are the functions we see, the different functions such as the compute page count, compute page cost, or production cost, or total cost. So these are the functions. Once you read the job, the next one is you are going to read or select the functions from the list of the functions. If you select the function as develop job cost, then what it will gives the output? It will compute the cost of your page, compute the paper cost, and then it will compute your production cost. If you select the job, then build work order, then this will print your machine, this will print your paper. Then if you select the job function as a same job to the production, then what will it will gives output? The output will be as check priority or pass the job to the production. So this is the overall conventional component with respect to your printing machine. Now these are the basic discipline principles or basic design principles of your component. So basic design principles we can see as these are the design principle. First one is the open close principle, or also called as OCP principle. That is, a module or a component should be open for extension but close for modification. That is, you can extend, that is you can extend the number of pages, but you cannot change on your page during printing of your file. So this is the first design principle. Second one is the Liskov substitution principle, or also called as the LSP. That is, subclasses should be substitutable for their base classes. That is, once you define your file, then the file should need to be present before you are going to print it. Then the dependency inversion principle, that is the DIP, depend on abstraction, do not depend on concretion. That is, you should need to focus on what you are going to print. Your focus should not be depend on what is written in that particular file. The interface, next one is the interface segregation principle, or also called as the ISP. Many client specific interfaces are better than one general purpose interface. That is, the good quality of one printer can print n number of papers. Next principle is the release reuse equivalency principle, that is REP. That is, The granule of reuse is the granule of release. That is, you can use your paper for front and back printing also. Or next one is the common closure principle, or also called as CCP. That is, a classes that change together belongs together. That is, if you change the classes, that is, if you give one the even number of pages as a first priority, then your second priority should be the odd number of the pages, so that you can properly print your document. Next one is the common reuse principle, or also called as CRP. That is, classes that are not reused together should not be grouped together. That is, once you given the even number of pages and next task is the odd number of pages, if one page is left, then you should also have to print that page, because it is not so together with your grouping of even and odd. You can print that page as a separate command. Now next one is, this is the design guidelines. Once you are going to design your component, these are the design guidelines. The first one is these are the design guidelines of contains 3 points. First one is the component, second one is the interfaces, and third one is the dependencies and inheritance. Now first one is a component. That is, a naming convention should be established for components that are specified as part of the architectural module and then refined and elaborated as a part of the component level module. Next one is, so first one is a component. That is, a naming convention should be established for the components that are specified as a part of the architecture model. That is, if you are going to do the printing of your document, then you should need to you should need to give the name for your components. As if you are going to print, so this is the print command, or the paper, or the type, the name, the quality, the color. So these are the components of your printing machines. And the interfaces, as interfaces provide important information about communication and collaboration, such as in our example, we will take the printing machine example. The interfaces are, what are the interfaces? The interfaces are, you are giving command for the printing, then your interfaces are give printing, or the interface are compute job. So the compute job is what? Compute count, compute page cost, or give the printing. So these are the interfaces. Next one is the dependencies and inheritance. It is a good idea to model dependencies from left to right and inheritance from bottom, that is a derived class, to the top base class. So first one, if we say the dependencies, then what are the dependencies are? If you are going to print your document, your printer should have pages. So these are the dependencies. And if you take it as an inheritance, the first one is open your file, then give print command. After that, it will check the paper is available. If the paper is available, the printing is done, and it will give you the print page as an output. So this is basically your component, interfaces, and dependency inheritance. Now next one is the cohesion. So we will see what is the cohesion. So the cohesion is, or the cohesion or the conventional views. Cohesion is done in 3 types, such as the conventional view, that is a single mindedness of a module. That is how your model is represented, such as which that is the job management. We say we see this the conventional view as in a job management. If it is object oriented view, then cohesion implies that a component or a class encapsulates only attributes and operations that are closely related to one another and to the class or the component itself. That is, the object oriented view basically consists of the view which is closely related to your attributes and the operation. That is only the view of your PC and the view of your printer. That is, you should need the PC or the printer for giving the print of your document. Next one is the levels of cohesions are. These are the functionals, the layer, sequential, communicational, procedural, temporal, and the utility. If it is a functional, then you can perform The functional part, that is, you can do changes in your application before printing. You can do layering of your page, that is one by one. You can do printing of your page sequentially. In the communicational, you can means you can print two document at the same time, that is one by one. Procedural and temporal, once you don't want to continue your job, you can distract it, or you can deconnect your printer, so that it will stop your job and the utilities. So again, the number of the paper, its cartridge. And next one is the coupling. So what is the coupling then? So the coupling is in the conventional view, the degree to which a component is connected to other component and to the external world. So here in our example, how the component is connected with the other component. The first component is your printer, or the second component is your PC. The printer basically consists of n number of the component, that is the cartridge, the page section where you are going to load the page. So this is the conventional view. And your PC basically, you are giving the command to your printer for printing particular document. This is the coupling. So you are going to do coupling between your PC and your printer. So what is the object oriented view of coupling? And qualitative measures of the degree to which classes are connected to one another, that is your page 1, page 2, page 3, page, that is after first page it should be a print of your second page. So this is the object oriented view of your coupling. And the level of coupling is the content, the common, control, stamp, data, routine call, the type use, inclusion or the import, and the external, such as the content of your document, what are the common factors of your document or your printer, and the stamp, what data it is means it is printing. Is it okay for you, or the print is a light print, or is it too much dark print? So these can all be adjusted during your printing, or this is the coupling. Now next one is the component level design. We will see the component level design. So the design takes place in some number of the steps. The first one is identify all design classes that correspond to the problem domain. So here, if we take the printing system, then what are the design concepts or your classes? The classes are the print job or compute job. So these are the classes. Step 2 is identify all design classes that correspond to the infrastructure domain. If we take the domain, that is, if we are giving the print by the internet, so we should need to check that our internet is working or not. Step 3 is elaborate all design classes that are not acquire as reusable components. That is, once you complete your printing task, you cannot change anything on your document, because you cannot change your hard copy and you cannot insert it on your computer. So elaborate these type of a task. Step 3a is specify message details when classes or components are collaborate. That is, once your file is given as an input to your printer, the message should need to be displayed, that is printing is in progress or your file is sent to the printer. Step 3b is identify appropriate interfaces for each component. That is, interfaces for each component is your printer for your page. And next one is 3c is step 3c is elaborate attributes and define data types and data structures required to implement them. That is, if you are going to print your system, or if you are going to print your file, then if the file is of 10 pages, then you should need to specify the coding for your pages so that they can be printed successfully. And step 3d is describe processing flow within each operation in detail. That is, how much data you are going to print off on your printer, that is only 4 pages, 5 pages, or only 1 pages. Step 4 is describe persistent data sources, that is databases and files, and identify the classes required to manage them. That is, if you eject your pen drive before the print job is done or completed. So your file should need to be saved somewhere in your system so that your printing can be done successfully. Step 5 is develop an elaborate behavioral representation for a class or the components. That is how you should have to display that your paper is printing. So the sound, something, it is a sound, or it could be a green light which showing that your printing is means going on successfully. Or if the page is finished, then the red light should need to be displayed, which shows the error message as there is no page in your printer. Step 6 is elaborate deployment diagram to provide additional implementation detail. And step 7 is factor every component level design representation and always consider alternative. That is, if suppose your means if your printer is get damaged, so at that time you should need to know about how much pages are going to be printed and how much job is left. You can restart your printer and you can again restart your job from the page where you left your printing. Now next, this is the collaboration diagram. We will see the collaboration diagram as this is a collaboration diagram which consists of the user interface, hot water sources and containment vessels. If user says that the water is ready, then you can start to drink that hot water, or you can start to containment vessel. If your hot water is done, then you can give it for the containment vessel. If the containment vessel is done, then you can say that the job is completed. So this is the collaboration diagram. If you can design the same diagram for your if you can design the same diagram for your printing system, then this will be as